Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Season 15 Grand Finals of the SCL League. Well, SCL League is kind of redundant, isn't it? I am Rebel Pilot, and I welcome you tonight to the match. Waiting for them to get the information up, but if you haven't been following, this is one of the biggest changes we've had in the league, in other than Season 12, obviously. Um, Sorry, I'm just also trying to look for the. There it is. Okay. Anyways, one of the biggest changes since season 13. No, 13 was the cursed league. Um, this is one of the highest PK seasons we've ever had, and I think it shows in the last couple of weeks during the build up to the grand finals tonight. Which will be between the Randolorians, who are multi-time defending champions, and Cavern Angels Blue, who are looking for their second SCL championship tonight. So waiting for the teams to get on, and I'll get the jamblin, the salty bets going here. The jamblin, if you will. See who cab or give you guys a bit of time here to on this. So how did we get here? Very heated playoffs. The lead in here was Randolorians, who went up against Niwi in a very interesting, in a very heated. What the hell? Selected pin. Sorry, that's thing. I don't. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, we are on defeat again tomorrow. But Randolorians are up against a very heated Niwi in a very tough matchup, which Randolorians took away with, and Cab had defeated Hiveguard in also a very close matchup. So I think we will see. Going to see these two great teams go up against each other, both vying for a little bit of history here in season 15. I think that both of them are also taking on new pilots to try and change their luck a little bit here. Revenite having joined the Randolorians this season, adding a little new dimension to their PK and allowing Sagan to kind of flex around in terms of positioning and flight ability. Meanwhile, Denwookie Cheeks has joined Cab this season, allowing them to run more unique setups with the double supports, allowing Jonathan to kind of play more in his natural role and let Big Brain kind of try and be more of an aggressive pilot. So, waiting for them now to do the map bans. Looks like Randolorians banned Sisabo and Cab has banned Nadiri. Very interesting choices here. Looking at some of the stats, um, from a from a win rate perspective, it looks like Nadiri heavily favors Empire and Sisabo both heavily favored Empire. So they're both trying to get something more closer to parity with NR, especially Sisabo heavily favoring Empire. Randolorians will pick S-List for the first map, which actually favors NR. Very bold call here. 56% win rate for NR in S-List. Cab will pick Galatan, which is heavily Empire, 56% Empire there, which is on the same grounds as Galatan. So they're going to get their lobbies up. We're going to jump into the match shortly. And we're going to start with game one here of the grand finals for season 15 between Cab and Randolorians. Thank you for joining me tonight. Really appreciate it. And I know it's a late one for some of us. The Europeans are sleeping right now. So, unfortunately, unless they are like Kronos who never sleeps, they're probably going to miss a lot of this tonight. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Just waiting for them to get the game up here. I guess since I didn't do the pre-playoff thing, I think it'll be a very interesting matchup here. Cab definitely is very strong PG wise, and so is the Randolorians, of course. Randolorians can run very unique setups, which are more aggressively going forward, whereas the Cab tries to find a lot of chaos here. Cab has gotten sharper towards the end of the season. Early on, I think they looked a little sluggish, trying to figure out how they want to lay out, but it seems that seems that they really found themselves in the last couple of weeks, and I think that it will lead us to 5 games. I think it'll be a 5 game series. It's easy to say that Randolorians will probably most likely win in 5 games, but I don't know. I think it'll be close. I think Game 5 will definitely be about map selection and who gets Empire in that map selection, um, kind of deal. So Cab will be Empire for Game 1, and then Mandalorians will be Empire for Game 3. Waiting for them to get it all up. Yes, there's a Watch Party and SCL chat. If you guys want to come in, go ahead and chat. I will always take a color commentator. If someone wants to join me in color, I can jump to one of the other channels. If not, I'll keep it a solo cast tonight. Hey, Zoltree, how you doing? So still waiting for them to put up the lobby, as I called it in behind the scenes. A little late here from Cab to set this up, but no, I'm just messing with them. This should be a very good one, I think. I expect us to go 5 games. The map choices were very interesting. If you haven't heard yet, SLS for games 1 and 2, Galatan for games 3 and 4, Empire to Cab in game 1, and R to Cab in game 2, then Empire to game 3 will be for the Randolorians, and then they'll take NR in game 4. So, coming up. Not yet. Not yet. They're still putting it up. I think this is been one of the most successful seasons in terms of modifications and layouts. Some of the new teams coming in, PSS and Kinton Striders, definitely put up a good, strong showing in their first season in Group A. Meanwhile, we saw a lot of disparity as the season went on between everyone. A lot of people changing tactics mid-season because of the bans on Oxes, especially to quick locks to defenders, and then of course the strength of PK in the match. There it is. Probably the second person in. Okay, I will go here so you can see who comes in. Here we go. Okay, let's see this. Coming in for you might, of course, from Cab, Hail Sagan, Revanite, Rod, Brandon, Hobbs tonight for the Randolorians. I know missing tonight will probably be Lauren, who is taking the season off, and Chupacabra, who I know for a fact has a personal matter tonight. Coming in for Cab, Doom Height, Rain, Josh Spence, Big Brain, who will be the 4th one, Zug Zug. So a little bit expected here. 2 bombers from Zug Zug, I would assume. Doom Height coming in maybe with that TIE Fighter, Rain with a Defender, or maybe they do the Iron Defender Interceptor that they had been sort of trying out. Let me tell them I'm ready. Meanwhile, from the Randolorian side, very standard setup. Sagan can flip around, play Bomber here if you want to do that with Brandon. Revenite has been known to do that as well, but I think Revenite will probably play Flex with Sagan. I think Brandon will play Bomber with Rod here, and of course, good old Hobbs will most likely in a support. As per league rules, I will not look at their setup, even though I kind of like talking about it. Again, I think they'll run a 2-2-1 here, especially on NR. I don't think they'll bring the B-Wing here, looking at their layout. But maybe they do. Double U-Wings could be a possibility here with Brandon and Hobbs. Rod could be a solo farmer if they really want to try it here, something that they've experimented with, and run Revenite and Sagan. Or they can run Revenite as a flex here, or if they want to do the B-Wing setup. But S-List not being a great B-Wing map, I doubt it. Meanwhile, like I said, Break Brain will probably be in the support. Zug Zug, Josh Spence will most likely be in Bombers. Rain, Doomite in some kind of flex pairing. Again, it'd be interesting if Rain comes out with the Interceptor. He's shown some great success with it. And Doomite could come in a TIE Fighter, as he always does. Or maybe the Iron Defender. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Multi bets are up. A lot of you are picking Randolorians for game one right now. Which, looking at the stats, let me look at this really quickly. Again, on S-List, NR has a 56% win rate. Looking at the opening, they win the opening by 62%, a whopping 62%. So this season, we've seen a lot of favoritism one way or another when it comes to opening. NR has won most of the openings in Group A. So we'd expect NR to win the Open, but Empire has had a high comeback rate because of that. Because you want to be successful, you have to come back from an opening loss, and that requires some pressure and some chaos here. That's what we expect from both of these teams, to be a little bit sharper, but also adjust to the pressure of the match itself. Okay, game one underway. And our ships coming out. There is Hobbs in that U-Wing. They're going to run double X-Wing, Revenite, Sagan. Y-Wings are going to be Brandon and Rod. On the other side, Rain, Joss. Ooh, Joss Spence is coming out on the TIE Fighter. Interesting. Doomhite will come out with a bomber instead. Which, yep, that could be expected. Joss Spence going to run the flex here. Let's see what they do. Empire's got to get that first pick quickly. Here comes Joss Spence now, looking for his target. Brandon in his sights. He's going to try close in on him. Can he get the pick? Beacons are out. Beacons hit on Brandon. Iron is out a little bit further away. Brandon will avoid that. No, he will get dunked. Can they finish? Can they finish? Doesn't peg him down. He could have rammed him there, but misses the ram. Meanwhile, on the other side, Revenite looking desperately for a kill here. Both he and Sagan are staring down at Doomite. Doomite flowing down and gets picked off. This will be quick now. Rod and team will just need to get a pack and a half, and they'll be off to the races. Rod looking for his pack, kind of lost. Ooh, unfortunate. Maybe Brandon's got it. Brandon does have a 5-pack in front of him, and here comes NR and the Randolorians in game one of the grand finals. This offense has started. Hobbs moving in quickly, trying to get a beacon on the left side here. He gets him off. Joss Spence looking for him. Let's follow Rain now. Rain trying to put up some defensive numbers here. Revenite. Ooh, Revenite taking heavy fire. Revenite at 11. Can Rain finish him off? No, resupply coming from Hobbs. Big save from Hobbs. Revenite under massive pressure. And here it comes. The farm is very quick. The shields are just coming down now. 40 seconds have passed. That was a little slow for a championship match, but not bad. 30 seconds, 30 to 35 seconds to get the shields down. The Randolorians trying desperately to get Beta into something. There's going to be 3, 2. This is going to be a quick flip from the... Oh, no, not really a quick flip. 60 seconds is a bit of an eternity here for... Cab. Oh, that pack broke up. That pack broke up in front of Rod as he tries to get the first pack here. So he's going to wait patiently. A nearly 60-second defense for Cab here. So Cab now moving. Let's follow Big Brain. Big Brain. He is a little lost. He's a little lost. Doomite goes down. Nope. He's just trying to stay alive. They do get the shield down because of that Iron Torp. But the defense is moving quickly. We're at about 20 seconds in, and they're already at half morale. With Doomite down, the damage will not come in. I think that they will save this from out of phase as well. Big Brain trying to come in. Let's see what Brandon's got in front of him. Brandon had somewhat of a pack. He's coming back around looking for it. Yep, they're going to get it, and here come the Randolorians now. Randolorians kept it to 40-second defense, 45-second defense, give or take. So they have to now get Charlie into out of phaseable range. Revenite coming in, trying to stay alive as they move in on Charlie. They'll most likely get this unless Rain gets the pick here. Ooh, Rain gets the dunk. We'll follow Rain now as Revenite under heavy pressure. Revenite at 6, and he goes down. Big pick from Rain here. They're going to try and spare some of the damage. But their defense has to move faster here. They have not gotten much of the pack. 25 seconds have passed here in terms of time, and they still haven't gotten much morale. The Corvette will fall quickly here, but I think Beta will get to out of phase range, which is expected at this point. There's no way they're able to save both, but they could at least save Alpha from taking the shields down, which will be quick. The packs are coming in. Doomhite, as long as he stays alive, he's falling all the way back. Not great from Doomhite. Zug trying desperately to get a pack in front of him. Ooh, no. That's a broken up pack. They do get what they need. Sagan had gone down. Another big pick from these guys. And here comes Rain and company who are putting pressure on Rod. Rod is going to stay in and try and get the out of phase. Rod is got the out of phase. Now he's going to go to farm. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Revenite has to try and find Big Brain to stop him from getting damage, from getting the beacons in. Excuse me. Da, da, da. Desperately trying to get the pick on him. Ooh, double blast burst from Revenite. Didn't realize that both he and Sagan got it. Big Brain now dunked. Big Brain might go down here, or will Big Brain find life? Big Brain will get the hell away, I think. So let's look back here at Zugzug. Zugzug trying to get damage in, but he's getting harassed horribly by Sagan. So he's got to keep going. Got to keep the damage coming up high. Charlie's shields are down as well, so if they can get this out of phaseable, which is very possible, they have a shot here. One pack to go. Let's see if Rod's got it. Rod does. Oh, they had it through the Raider. Little decent offense there from them, about 55 seconds worth of offensive time. Now here comes the Randolorians. Randolorians want to get Delta out of phaseable. Meanwhile, ooh, Rain goes down. That's a terrible loss there. There's be no pressure on these guys. They can start to run out damage. Meanwhile, Doomhite and Zugzug have to start getting some farm in, which it looks like they're a little scattered out. Oh, they're a mess right now in terms of trying to find the packs. They are 26 seconds in and have not gotten anything in terms of farm, which means Revenite and company here can start to really crank out the damage. Delta falling fast. Both he and... Nope, Sagan is on PK duty right now. Looks like they're going to try and really stall that farm out. Very smart from the Randolorians here. Doomhite's going to fall. He's at 5 unless Big Brain can get him. Big Brain does get him. So Sagan back to damage now as Doomhite is getting that second heal. But this will be an out of phase moment here. That Raider is now down. So they can get it just out of phase and go back on defense quickly. This is a disaster for Cab. Cab is now looking at 1 minute and 10 seconds of defensive time. And that is an eternity on this map. An absolute eternity on this map. Revenite now looking for Big Brain. Big Brain. Not Big Brain, excuse me. Yeah, no, Big Brain. Revenite looking for Big Brain. Trying to get him down so they don't get the beacons in. Big Brain desperately trying to stay alive, though. He's juking and driving. 1 minute 24. That is an eternity for this offense. Terrible defense from Cab. They now need to catch up here and have a double out of phase if they have any hope of salvaging this game, which will greatly stall the NR attack. So let's see. Oh, Big Brain does go down. Do the beacons come in? I won't be able to tell unless it doesn't look like the beacons came in. They have a lot of work to do. They have half the morale coming in. Zugzug and Doomhite need to really bring in the damage. How about Josh Spence here? Josh Spence is also coming in. He's at 56. The Raider's gone down. It's a pack to go. They have a lot of work to do still to get this out of phaseable. Meanwhile, let's see where Revenite and Sagan are. Revenite moving in. Very smart from him. Same thing with Sagan. I'm assuming they're already standing there. Yep, they're standing on top of the ISD, or at the bottom of the ISD, really. And they're getting ready to move in, but their farm is slowing down just a little bit. Which is fine if Rain and company aren't looking for them, but they're looking for Hobbs. Interesting call. They're gonna look for Hobbs. Hobbs is already in the range, so they're changing up to Revenite here. Revenite going in, getting in as much as he can. They kept the offense short. Revenite overshoots his target. He's got to come back around to get the right side. If they get this here, they're off to the races, and it becomes, yes, there it is. 10 seconds have passed. This means this is a race off. Let's see where Hobbs is at. Hobbs going down south, I'm assuming. No, Hobbs is staying up top, trying to keep his team alive. He's going back to Revenite, now 52. Hobbs is unable to save Rod. Rod is down. Brandon, I'm assuming, is also trying to stay alive as he's trying to get the strip going. The front cannons are down. He's going to get the bottom cannons. All they need is the Raider. This is at 35 seconds. There goes power. Ooh, this is not great for Cab. Cab now needs to win this here. It's going to be a high ISD, so there won't be an out of phase unless they decide that they need to go for it. Big Brain has hangered. He's way back on the play, which means that they need to move fast because they did get the double out of phase here. So we are watching it here now. If Cab cannot win it here, then this will go to the Randolorians, who will most likely be able to plow through those shields on the flip side unless something desperate happens here. There goes the right shield gen. Let's look at the left shield gen. Heavy fire going to Doomhite. Doomhite will need to finish off as Zugzug has just gone down. He's coming around very high, very poor approach, but maybe he can still get this. It might be a sellout, though, which he doesn't want to do. He does get it. Where's Big Brain now? Big Brain has got to save Zugzug. If he does not save Zugzug, this match is over. He is not looking for him. I'm sorry, to save Doomhite. He's not looking for him. He's trying desperately. No, he is looking for him, which he knew he had to do. Let's see. Sorry. This the Raider is still up. There goes targeting. I think they're gonna try and save it here. No, they're not. That's it. I mean, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be a base race if they want it to be, but that defense was lickety split 55 seconds, which it seemed like a turn the NS list, but with only Farm and the Raider, that was pretty fast. And here we go. This should be Randolorians in game one here. If they need to tear apart this ISD, and they probably will, so they have all of the weak spots here. 39-31. This will be it. And they lost Josments. They lost Dumite. Yep. They're trying to take it out. They know that they need to because they will not be able to protect this ISD. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That will be it. Randolorians will take game one of this series in a very clinical show of force here from the Randolorians and showing why they are the defending champions once again. Massive damage from the Randolorians. Evenly split across. Rod actually on the bottom here, besides Hobbs, obviously. But not to say that Cab didn't do a great job here, but I think the story of the number is that the deaths here were terrible coming from a Cab here. 3 deaths to Doomite, 2 to Rain, 2 to Zugzug. They need to clean that up if they hope to do better in game 2. Otherwise, this might be a short night for all of us as it stands. So, I'm going to wait for the next lobby to come up. Cast while I wait these guys. What a match there. Did I pick? I picked the wrong one. My bad. Sorry. Hey guys, I'm trying to do everything at once here. My bad. I don't know if I can refund you all. Whoops. I haven't done this in a while. Sorry. Okay, my bad. I haven't done this in a while. Is the game sound bad? Okay, I'll fix the game sound. Didn't realize it wasn't working either. Yep, I will. Sorry guys, I haven't done this in a while. My bad. I should do it right now while I'm talking. No, I fucked. My bad, dude. My bad, guys. I seriously have not done. Game one was. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Okay, that's better. Okay, hon. The sound's coming back. Hold on. I don't know what the fuck happened there. That it's been a while. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna turn me down just a little bit so that the game's a little bit louder. If that makes any sense. Okay. They are in. They are in. It looks like the normal switch up here. Super Cav's coming in for Cab. Zug, Josh Spence will stay in along with Big Brain and Rain. I think Josh Spence might be fair here. Meanwhile, no change from the Randolorians. So much of the same here. I would expect much of the same setup. Yes, I apologize about the jambling screw up, guys. My bad. Add up the score here. So, if you're just joining us tonight, Randolorians took game 1 in a very convincing manner as NR. They're going to flip around here. I would expect 2-2-1 from these guys, with Rod and Brandon being the bombers, Hobbs being the support, Rev, and the flexes in a double defender setup. And Cab might bring that crazy Ewing tractor beam setup to try and change things up, but we'll see here. I would hope that they do. They think they need to bring that tractor beam setup because it would really cause some disturbance here. However, it doesn't look like they brought the lineup for it unless Jossmans plays the normal support here, but we're gonna find out. Jossmans, Y-Wing, Zug, Y-Wing, Kev, Rain, X-Wing, Brain in the support. So no, they will not bring the Ewing tractor beam Ewing out here. No, they will not. So this time, let's follow out. Ooh, Revenite's gonna come out on the TIE Fighter. They're gonna follow much of the same way Cab just did by bringing that Ion Torp. So let's see if these guys are a little bit savvier about subbing the Ion Torp, which would bring them a lot of success here. So Revenite looking for Josh Spence. Josh Spence seeing it, going full evasive now already. Ooh, what a great angle dunk without the beacon as well. Josh Spence in trouble. Josh Spence at 18. Can Josh Spence live? Josh Spence gets a resupply. Sagan unable to follow that up. Just not able to tap out the plasma fast enough. Anyway, on the flip side, let's see if Kevin can get his target. No, Kev under heavy pressure. Hobbs trying to protect his boy and make sure that they don't go down, so this will become a farm race. Let's see now. Zug looking for a pack. They're going back and forth here. Zug has a 2-pack in front of him. Not great from him here. For him, excuse me. Going back and forth. Ooh, there's a pick on Kev. That might be enough to do it. This is going to be off for the bomber, the flexes now to burn that Raider. Raider down. This will put them back in the lead. And enough to get close. That's 1 pack. Rod just needs to find it. Ooh, big pack find there from both Zug and Jossmans as it went back to even. I think Brandon is under trouble here as Rain is trying to solo stall these farmers. He's got the Plas Burst. 30 seconds to go in this open. This is going to come down to a nail biter. Ooh, Steve! He got saved by Revenite. Revenite trying to stop Rain from putting down Brandon. Brandon will live. This will be a short offense for whoever wins this. You kind of want to lose this one here. I don't want to win this offense because it's not going to be great. But we'll see what happens here. Revenite back to harassing Josh Smith. Nope, maybe they'll just take it out of full offense. Zug under pressure. If Josh Smith doesn't find anything here, they're in deep trouble. They've got, yep, Josh Smith is just going to go full evasive. It's a short offense here, but it doesn't matter because this is more than enough time for the Randolorians to put on enough for an out of phase if the farm comes up short for Cab here. So here comes Rod and the Randolorians. The Randolorians now at about 20 seconds have half the shield down. They're going to be getting it down to no shield in about 25 seconds. Great job from the Randolorians. And here come the guns from Rod. Meanwhile, let's follow up here. 5-pack in front of Zug. If he doesn't screw it up. Oh, he overshot it. Hopefully it doesn't get jungled away. He's going to come back, make sure it gets finished. Because he overshot that in a little bit of anticipation and panic. Yep, not good. That got pushed away. Josh Spence has the same problem, I would assume. They just need to get the Raider here, but they are focused. Yep, they're going to get it, but 50 seconds is kind of terminal. I don't think this is great because this is out of phaseable. 25, 26, there's a beacon still on it. 20 is a high one, but if they keep dumping, this is it. 17, a minute and 10 seconds on the clock gone, and it went very well for Randolorians, who will finish this off, which means that Cab has to do something here to change it up. They are about to fall behind in this game badly, and it's going to be a very quick defense from these guys. Let's see. Brandon looking for a pack. Oh, it's caught in the explosion here, but Rod will have 2 in front of him, 3 in front of him. Yep, picks up a bunch. 30 seconds pass, a little slow on the farm, but that's because they were all trying to dump out the out of phase, which makes sense. Brandon, though, taking a lot of flak and fire. Can Rain identify? Rain does not identify. Neither does Kev, I believe. Yep, Kev is just dumping damage. They just got the shield down a little bit going and getting the damage, and this is a disaster from Cab. This looks like this might be over for them before it even began, as this will not be out of phaseable unless they really stall the farm here. Though Rod and company are a little slow. They're about 1 minute and 3 seconds into their offense, and they're still a pack out. Let's see. Rod has a bunch in front of him. Maybe Sagan and team. Yep, they're trying to stop Rain. And they got Rain down to 19, maybe. And that is a poster shot for Sagan. Someone clip that, please, because Sagan absolutely put out Rain. And this will be another attack coming in for the Randolorians, who are looking to make game 2 theirs and make this a very quick championship for themselves. As Brandon and team now coming in, trying to pour the damage into Charlie. If this is out of phaseable and they do not get the farm in here, this will be the end of this, and it will be 2 games to Randolorians. But Cavs slowly getting the farm in. They might be able to stall it out here and get another offense and go back to where they were last time, where they have a double out of phase. That pack is broken up and not in front of him. Zug, on the other hand, is looking desperately for another 5-pack. 30 seconds flying through. Here comes a 5-pack, which means they just need to let that go. Oh, let that go. Oh, no, Zug. You got a little greedy there. There's a 5-pack below you, man. He's still going to get it? Yes, he does. And then there will be a handful from Joss Pence. No, they go through. Oh, here comes the attack. Hobbs spiraling in. The defense still going at 55 seconds. Hobbs trying to go in. If they get the shield gen here, this could be even worse than super terminal for Cab. Oh, they got power. They got a shield gen. They got a disable. That's amazing from the Randolorians. And they're showing their championship chops right now, as that was a very textbook attack from these guys. Brandon, though low, can Hobbs save him? Will Hobbs be able to get the save on Brandon? Brandon 17, and I heard it. Did it count? Oh no, it didn't count. I have no idea what happened. 1:30 defense, but there will be a second one. Oh man, this means that Cav has to get a double out of phase here in a full defense. That means a lot has to happen here, and as you can see, it is Rod already going to town on those farm X-Wings. Rod looking cool as a cucumber right now. No pressure from Rod. No panic from Rod as it stands. Charlie still has his shields up. They're just getting it down now. They're going to let Charlie go longer. They are now within just basically the Raider, but that's done. That means 1 pack to go. Let's see if Brandon finds it. 42 seconds on this defense. This is still pretty quick for a team that was just in there trying to burn out the MC. Here's 2 more coming in. 52 seconds passed. Alpha is just barely going to be at out of phase. Beta is still very high. I mean, I don't see how Cab can save this unless they get a buttload of picks on this defense here. But this is very hard for NR to defend. This is a very wide open map. NR has a lot of places to go, and they've already lost the shield gen. 1:10 on that defense. Far too long from the Randolorians, but I don't think they care as the shields are still down. There goes the 1 frigate. If they get this, not even has to be in dive range, they just need to get it within 50, and this game will be over, because there's no way a base race will be won by Cab at that point. Farm coming in though fast for Cab. 22 seconds. They just need 1 pack, and then they're back on it. Good chaff from Rod. Well done, showing his expertise of being probably the best farmer to ever play this game, and they're back on offense. But let's see what they choose to do. 37 seconds from Randolorian, from Cab in terms of defense, which was very quick, very fast. Zug. Ooh, Zug under heavy pressure now. Zug taking a plasma burst to the face after the shield, after the dunk, loses his shield, but he gets everything back. Sagan gonna give up on that. Sagan gonna look for Joss Pence instead. Revenite is going to burn the Raider, which is what you should do here. Zug went back for a new ship. Rain and company, though, need to get more damage. And I mean, they really need to go through here. The MC is cooked. It's absolutely cooked right now. If they don't go through and try and win the game, which is still suicide, I don't know what they do. I mean, they're gonna have to maybe leave the out of phase up and pray they can put another 30-second defense together, which means that everyone has to be tight on. Okay, it's about to flip. 51 seconds to go. Right, 51 health to go. I don't think they're gonna get this out of phaseable. Brandon though at 15, maybe they get a pick here or there, looking for it. Rain trying to survive. Super Kev with the standard lasers. Ooh, I don't think that's the answer here. He should have switched when he could have. Brandon goes down. They bought a little bit more time. It's at 43. They still need to get more damage in. Zug looking at Rod. Oh, they're just PKing. They're trying to get the. They're trying to do this be a passive. I don't know because they are. That was a very high. Oops. Still, 126. I mean, at least they bought themselves a lot of time here. Let's see. Shields are up. Hobbs coming in. Hobbs looking to keep his team up and get the shields out at the same time. No move on the morale. The Y-Wings have to get started like ASAP. In fact, they should have been started about 10 seconds ago. No moving around. No, this will be it. And there goes the shields. And game 2 will be going towards the Randolorians. Even if they team wipe. This is unfortunate. Cab looked out of their depth since the open when they might have won it, but then were unable to find the farm. And Randolorians' attacks were just so efficient, and Cab never really recovered from it. And game 2 goes to the Randolorians, which I will make sure I give you guys the right outcome this time. My bad. And there it is, Randolorians. Big win for the Randolorians, and they're looking to sweep this series over Gallatin, over the asteroids of Gallatin. Once again, the damage numbers are even, but you can see that towards the end they had to go towards just attacking or try and catch up. They could not. PK was a little bit shallower, but again, bad deaths from Rain. 2 deaths from Rain here, 1 from Kev. You gotta watch that. Brandon fell eventually, but he did a lot of work doing that. These guys have to take a deep breath, figure it out, and they need to come back into game 3 with a different plan, because it is not working right now. Not working for Cab as it stands. Okay, I get the next predictions up. Wow. For the next game, predictions are up if you want to start jambling. So game 2 goes to the Randolorians as well. They looked undefeatable, to be honest, in that last match. Nary a mistake was made. Even like I said, in Brandon's death, he'd spent a lot of time evading and pulling away Rain and team from positions they need to be in. They look as sharp as ever, even missing some of their crux pieces. And with Reverend Knight coming in, it's amazing how much he slid into it. So, waiting for the next game to go up here. What adjustments does Cab need to make in order to get back into? My first thought is, I think more PK. Honestly, they need to just start leading into shaking up the Randolorians. It is not viable for them to keep going at this pace unless they win the open. So, I mean, obviously the big tactic is win the open, but they have not done that yet. So they need to find a way to do that. And I do think heavy PK might be the game plan in order for them to at least claw their way into it. Gallatin is a very PK friendly map. Farm will be difficult even for someone like Rod, and they will need to really lean into those advantages. On the flip side, I think Random needs to adjust. I think they might bring out the B wing here. They're ahead 2 games to nothing. They could definitely change it up, force Ab to adjust to their adjustment, and possibly make it a little more of a slugfest here. But I mean, logic says don't change anything, right? So championship teams know what they're doing. They sorry, while I was talking, they set up ready. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put coverage. The same Empire. Cheeks is coming in for the NR side for Cab. Randolorians are going the same exact team. No, Power Paladin's coming in for this game. So a little bit of a change up here in terms of the layout of team. So maybe they are gonna do as I said. Cab might bring in a little bit more PK pressure by bringing in Cheeks to try and add that tractor beam to the mix. For Randolorians, I think bringing Power Paladin means that they're going to play either 3 flexes and 1 bomber to try and counter that PK pressure, and or they might slide Revenite or Sagan back into bomber here to play it safe. We'll see. I mean, Galtan definitely is a map where if you protect the bomber, you can get a pick or 2 here to compensate for the farm disadvantage, if you will, and make it back. But we'll see. Ooh, I see an alphabet prediction. Alphabet prediction. Interesting, interesting, interesting. While we're waiting, if you missed the Friday's final, congratulations to the BSS for winning the Division B championship, beating Laser Rangers 3-1. I mean, BSSB. It's been an interesting season down there. Laser Rangers definitely stepping up this season, coming up into a very strong position this season from last. I know they did pick up a bunch of key players, but still, Niwi Crone has been a long contender for third, second place in that division. So to overcome them and show up in the finals is a great achievement for the Laser Rangers. But BSS, of course, showing their chops there, winning the B Division Championship. So congratulations to them. So here we go, Game 3. Yes, I will wear it. I will do the calves. I will do the calves and all that jazz. Just give me a second here, guys. I'm doing something here. The Game 3 starts out here. So 2 X wings, 2 Y wings, and Cheeks in the support. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Paladin, Revenite are going to be the flexes and double bombers. So they are going to play it safe here. Both teams looking to be viable here for this game in order to win it. This map does favor Empire a bit, but we'll see how that plays out. Jossman's already in trouble just like last time. Power Paladin dumping it out. Power Paladin getting him down to 14 here. If Revenite can finish up, no, cannot. He gets saved at the last second, but the farm is still going towards Randolorians here. It's a little split and even. Meanwhile, let's look on the other side here. Zug looking for his next pack. He has it behind here. It's a little bit less than the interesting side, so we'll go to Rain. Rain trying to dump out Rod. Rod getting away as Hobbs was able to get that resupply out. So they're going to go back to birding this. They do not get it in time, and another opening win for the Randolorians. Randolorians off to the races here. They've got to get the damage in quickly, as they have been doing all night, in order to keep their foot down and keep the gas going on their championship sweep. Hobbs staying alive, getting the beacons in. They got the shields down in a matter of 20 seconds. That is lickety split for these guys, and that is an amazing start to for the Randolorians. Game 3 Empire run here. Hobbs does go down, and Rod goes down. Big picks from Rain and company. Oh, and so does Sagan. Ooh, they might save this. Big change up here from these guys. Instead of trying to rely on farm, they do get the picks, but the Raiders still have a lot of hull to go, and I think Kev has to come and help. Kev is not going to come and help. He's going to look for Power Paladin. I think it's a mistake, but Rain is just going to go ahead and burn this. He's got down to 34, 30. This could have been done about 10 seconds ago, but that's okay, and here they go. They saved Beta from getting into out of phase range. Sorry, I meant to go follow Cheeks. Cheeks has to get in now. Cheeks perfectly aligned. He's coming in at 14, 13, 10. We are now in beacon range. Beacons are out. They didn't wait for the beacons for the first ion. Cheeks is going to... Ooh, Cab goes down. Jossman's goes down. I guess the PKs come back the other way as Sagan has changed over into an interceptor. They're going to put massive pressure on. Ooh, and another pick from Sagan. This will be a very short defense for the Randolorians, as they're just going to PK it out. They've already lost 3 pilots. They can go going to farm, which means that Power Paladin is going to burn that Raider, and this will be a 60-second defense from the Randolorians, who adjusted. They brought that interceptor like I was expecting, just 2 games too late. But at the right moment to surprise the hell out of Cab, who botched their offense. Now here comes Rod and the Randolorians, as they just had an amazing 55-second defense on Galatan, which, if you know, is very, very quick, especially the way they did it. 24, 23, this will be out of phaseable. They might get double out of phase here, which will spell doom for Cab. Cab does not want to get cruisered here, so they need to turn it up. They need to find those picks like they did in the last offense. Meanwhile, Sagan and team are looking to put pressure on Super Kev, slow him down from doing any work. They went through Delta, so screw the double out of phase. They're just gonna go ahead and get this other one into out of phase range and have the single out of phase. Farm finally coming in from Jospence and Zug Zug. This is not looking great for Cab here. What Sagan is looking at. Power Paladin. Power Paladin looking for a Zug Zug here. Cab has gone down again. Cab not adjusting to that interceptor fire. He is getting bullied tonight. Oh man, this is not great for Cab. Cab will not be able to save Charlie, in my opinion. I think this will fall as well in the out of phase, of course. Randolorians will not make that mistake, I hope. A minute, 10 seconds on this defense. This is a disaster for Cab. An absolute disaster for Cab. Zug Zug's about to fall. Zug Zug is getting pressured by Power Paladin, I assume. Yes, Power Paladin is looking at him. Meanwhile, Jospence has got to find a pack. He's got to find something, anything. He's got to stop this. Nope, Beta's out of phaseable. It's too late. I'm assuming that the Randolorians will now switch to defense here and start to PK out the Y-Wings. If they get a pick or two, then, you know, they can make the decision to go forward. And that's... Ooh, they get a pick finally on Sagan. Good defense. But, yeah, they've got to stop Randolorians here somehow. Rod already starting in the farm. He's looking for his next pack. Jospence trying to stop Rod, who I'm hoping they finally figure out is the solo farmer here. They have some time now, simply because Sagan is down. Rod is under pressure. Let's see. Rain is down. Cheeks is down. No, Rain is up. Rain will just survive. Let's find out who's all in him. Is it Power Paladin? Nope. Is it Revenite? It was Revenite, but he's going to go back to just burning the Corvette, which is the smart thing to do. Sagan looking for a victim. He's looking at Jospence. Jospence now trying to dump damage in. Oh no, Cab has not really done much in terms of any offense whatsoever. Sagan just trying to dump him out. Another pick goes and Jospence crashes and falls down. Power Paladin looking for his next... Oh, he hasn't burned the Raider yet. Power Paladin finally burns Raider, the 1A out, which I'm assuming Sagan will try and find, and they're back on offense. That was not a bad offense for these guys, about 80 seconds, but still no damage done and no out of phase. They're about to get cruisered, as here come the Randolorians on the MC for a second time tonight. If they put it out here, this will be their, I don't even know, like 6, 7, I don't even know how many championships they're at this point, but this will be another championship for the Randolorians. Power is out from that Iron Torp from Revenite. They're trying to destroy the right side here. Farm is slow from Cab. Cab finds one. They have to be careful though, because they are very, very close to the mid-shift, because this is a very unique position where the mid-shifts move forward because there's nothing in front of them. MC's now at 75, roughly about 75%, as Revenite goes down. Rod burning out everything. They're gonna have a bunch of weak points in front of them. There's two in front of Rod who will not go for it. The Raider just goes down. They're gonna get that. Let's see. Very slow burn, but I think that's what happens when you have one pure PK ship, and Sagan trying to stall for time now. And I don't think they're gonna go through. They lost Hobbs. Minute 22 defense. Very, very slow. Well, not very slow, but slow-ish for Cab. Had to be a little faster. Cab now wants to get Alpha out of play here. At least not get cruisered. And possibly have another defense up and lined up. They could if they can get this out of phase in line. Rod taking heavy fire as it stands from Rain? Kev? Okay, Kev though getting pressured out, probably from Sagan. Looking at it, yep, Sagan all over Kev now. Kev has to go full evasive. He won't, and he goes down again. Rod, save, Power Paladin. Now looking for Zug Zug. Trying to put pressure. Power Paladin very, very close to the ISD. And gets the pick on Zug Zug. This will be a very, very short defense here. Well, short-ish. 3 picks out. They just need 2 or 3 AI. I don't know what. They are just gonna find an adjustment, and there'll be another pick for the Randolorians. This will be game 3 as they go in to finish it. This will be a sweep for the Randolorians here. Not much left of this MC to put down. And they have made very quick work of Cab here in the grand finals, adding more to their trophy case. Revenant picking up his first championship here as the shields go down. Rain's got bombs, trying to bomb anything he can around him. Fracture beam. Oh, it's all it's all beamings from Cab as they will allow the Randolorians to finish this off in very stylish manner, cruising Cab in the grand finals and winning another championship tonight here right before American Thanksgiving and the Christmas season. Congratulations to the Randolorians on another championship. Let's see. 3 deaths, 2-1. That's the story here. Hail Sagan, when she interceptor, just basically put them to the plow, and it was over. They just could not keep up with the amount of PK pressure coming from these guys. I'll be interviewing one, and it will go to. Oh, I should have showed you guys here really quick. It's still up. Good. You can see the scoreboard really quick. Have anyone to that guy? Again, I haven't done this in a while. And we come back. So congratulations to the Randolorians on a fantastic season from them. Fantastic finals from them. They definitely showed why they are the defending champions and the team to always beat every season, being very clinical with Cab here tonight. They did not miss a beat in terms of anything. And who is joining me right now? It is Big Brain and Rain. Hello, guys. Welcome. Hello. Tonight. Well, congratulations on finishing second in the league. I don't think tonight went the way you guys wanted it to. Any thoughts on where you think things went wrong?
It went right because we secured second place in the regular season, which matters more. It matters more than getting into the finals.
Well, we got 2 times second place, so we're in 4th, yeah. Baby.
Our season was over 2 weeks ago.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Okay, mentally, you're just saying mentally it was over 2 weeks ago?
No, because like even if we just like pooped our pants during the siren match, we still would have finished second place according to SCL logic.
Ah, I see. But in terms of tonight, though, right? You guys look strong early on. I know Game 3 definitely didn't go the way you wanted. Sagan decided to come out interceptor, and that completely flummoxed you guys. But in terms of how games 1 and 2 went, what do you feel?
That didn't flummox us. He actually what threw us for a loop is that he launched in a bomber.
Yes.
So they launched 2-2-1. He somehow got MC'd. So we were expecting him from the interceptor from the rip.
Yeah, but it's funny because I had said that on my cast as well. Like I was hoping for it actually in game 2, right? It was when they were Empire. I can't remember which one was Empire, but yeah. So yeah, I was shocked that it didn't happen. And I think the change in game 3 definitely surprised. You guys were ready, but then you weren't, and then it changed very quickly for you. I think.
Well, I mean, it wasn't so much surprise so much as that like they just PK'd the shit out of us.
Yeah.
Like we knew they were going to do that, but we lost like 3 players back to back to back.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like like if we died single pressure back to back, Pally and Sagan got a kill. Zen Zug died, and it was just me and Wookie, and that was phase over in GG's right there, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I understand, and it was yeah, exactly. Like it's once it happened, it was like, oh man, it was over. Especially when you needed an out of phase in that phase, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like honestly, like, pretty happy with second place. Like, obviously, we want the win at all. I wouldn't say any of us were like, yeah, we're definitely going to beat Randos. Like, they're the favorites for a reason. So game 3 definitely got away from us. I think we were right there with them in game 1. Just a couple of unfortunate deaths here or there would have changed the difference because I think we had the MC down to like 30. So that honestly just comes down to the flip. That is what it is.
Yep. And
Uh,
I said that I said that also in the cast. Like I think if you guys won the flip in game 1 and game 2, it's a little bit different of a game. I mean, obviously, but I mean, like you guys were kept game 1 and 2 close enough that changing the flip would have put you guys more in the driver's seat.
yeah, but they're a good team, so we're not shocked by the outcome. And I am again very proud of us consistently in that 2 to 3 mix.
Yeah, no, I
Season, which is cool.
I'm just happy to be here. Okay, coming up from
from
B
B
tier.
division. Yeah,
To be in the finals is kind of crazy.
yeah. No, like, dude, I've flown in all the divisions, up, down, different teams, right? So I totally understand what you're saying. It's a different experience, and it's exciting even when you get swept. I've been there, so I mean, I think you guys did. You had a great season. You were one of the teams that definitely made adjustments week to week. And like I said, I really actually expected this to go 4 or 5 games. It's an unfortunate night for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, everything feels better when you have 1-1. So we still have that to fall back on from all the way back from 2 years ago.
Fair enough.
So because like since then it's been like what, like GMT once and then all randos. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Right. So like
Kind
I
of like
think
Uncle Rico used to be able to throw a ball clear across the mountains.
Yeah.
back in my day. No, I mean like I think that was the last. Honestly, I think our finals match versus STD, which you were a part of, yeah. You were on STD.
No, I
Yeah.
was during the season, but not in the finals. I had left the team halfway through that season.
Oh, how convenient! How convenient.
I could argue they could have done better if I was on the team,
I think that was honestly probably the last upset in the finals.
Yeah.
Because the GMT versus Randos, maybe I guess you could argue was an upset. That was the last upset in the finals. So unfortunately, the outcome is predictable. But
yes,
Cap
not beating the Empire allegations, the CA Empire allegations.
Empire farmer, they're Empire merchants.
Some have said.
No, I mean they're a great team, and for obvious reason. I mean adding Rivenite to that team just made them even stronger, right? I think it's one of those things where we're trying to find the adjustments or find the talent to find the adjustments is difficult. I think you guys did great. Niwi was another team I thought that might have shook things up, but they didn't bring it hard enough as like you guys did towards the end of the season, right? So I think you guys did fantastic, and maybe who knows, next season might be a little bit different. Find out, right?
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for casting.
Thanks. Yeah, and while we're giving shout outs, I think Hiveguard deserves a shout out not only for helping us practice, but also their real step up in form this season because they did really amazing against randos.
Yep. Oh, so absolutely. Yeah.
Huge shout out to Hiveguard.
I think they're a team missing one piece. Who, if they find that piece, they might be, like you said, a challenger for a championship in the near future if we can keep SEL going.
Yeah, I mean, if one or two things went different, they probably could have been here instead of randos. So.
Yep, I agree. I absolutely agree. So that's a great shout out. And again, congratulations to you guys tonight. You guys had a great season, and hopefully we get another season to go again.
Yes, another season of Squadrons is always a small miracle.
Yes.
And I mean, this is a $40 game that came out in 2020. It's cool that we're still playing it.
Max value. Max value.
Max
value.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I got a new PC, a VR set, HOTUS, another HOTUS. I've spent like easily close to 1,000 or more for a $40 game.
So. Jesus fucking Christ!
I mean, it's a flight sim game. All of us all us flight sim guys spent way too much money on flight sim games. So
I've spent more on XPT than Squadrons.
Yeah, exactly. See, exactly.
I mean, it's the reason why it's still going on this strong is because of this community, because of people casting, and because the game is fucking fun. You're flying Star Wars spaceships.
Great game.
Yep. In VR, sometimes not VR. I mean, it's awesome. So it's just cool that it's still
the game we always wanted.
mods, right?
Oh yeah, and like I'm glad that we still find fun in it, right? Like it's easy to sit there and say like, why do I keep doing this? But even like we didn't have a great season, but at the end of like, you know what, I still had fun this season. I wish it went better, but it is what like you guys have a great attitude coming out tonight. It is what it is. So if something just went slightly different, it might have been a different night. So I'm glad that you guys are so positive about the experience.
I mean, we're all. I mean, everybody here, wants it. But everybody's life has changed over the last 5 years, right? And it ebbs and flows. Teams come, teams go, and like the fact that we have the mods this season that I thought really did what they were intended to do, right? We saw more variation, saw more changes. I mean, not to say that we didn't want it, but I mean, you could say Sagan wanted it most of it, everybody, and that's that's what he got, right?
Yeah.
So I think that this
it was a very successful. Yeah, I think it was a very successful experiment.
Run it back, do it again, and yeah, there's only 7,963 days and 21 hours left in this operation.
Yeah.
So I think we really want to take advantage of every all we can get out of it.
Yeah, let's get those brown gloves.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can I have a little shameless plug really quick before we sign off?
Yeah, please. I do want to get the champions in here, but yes, you go ahead.
every Tuesday night flights. So
Fair enough.
Anybody listening should come out on Tuesdays and let's flood the custom game servers. Let's
and
fill as many servers as possible.
And Friday nights. And Friday nights as well. Tuesday and Fridays. Don't forget those. I mean, those are when
Friday's the queue. Don't we queue on Friday?
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Well,
my people. Just reminding people.
Clear the lane for the champs.
Yes, let's say the champions. Congratulations, guys! It's a great season. Thank you, guys. GG's.
Thanks.
Okay, let's bring in the champions, telling them to now come up. A second. And here they come now. Wait for them to all come in. It's like, okay. There's Ryan. Good. Congratulations, you guys, on another championship and a very convincing display tonight. I'll let you guys have the floor. There's no questions from me because you guys put on a show. You did everything right. I can't add anything at this point.
I don't know if I did everything right. Wow. I definitely got killed by a rocket.
I don't know if it was a rocket. So I'll be honest. My screen says
definitely a rocket.
I wish I don't have kill cams, so I can't confirm any of that. I didn't even notice they brought out the beaming until I think I was following Paladin. I saw rain poop bombing. I was like, oh no. Like they came down to that.
I didn't even know that.
Okay, so it could have been worse is what you're saying.
Yes, it could have been worse. It could have been very embarrassing for you.
They should have come out all B-Wings and just mind spam. That would have been cool.
Oh my god.
I do want to say one thing about the games. I think you guys, winning the opens was everything, and it showed in games 1, game 2. But game 3, I think the switch to Interceptor Sagan was inspired. We all, fun enough, I was trying to call it in the cast saying I think this is a good move for Sagan, and after you had gotten killed, you went Interceptor, and that just that laid out the game, right? That was game over at that point. I think that was inspired in terms of you guys doing the adjustments there and always changing to what the match needed, and that showed that why you guys are repeat champions essentially.
Don't tell them. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously been running a lot of alphabet strats this season, but because we wanted to, use the things that we learned along with the things that we know about the game, essentially, to try to marry a strategy that could take us into the finals here. So it's just hard to argue against two farmers in an open.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to kind of start with that, but we had a strat for a couple on each faction of what a switch from one of those bombers could be. So I've been playing a lot of bomber this season. We missed Rod for the first half of our season.
Yep.
And so it was kind of nice that we had the ability to start, me in a bomber, and then I could make that flip when and if it makes sense. Getting nebbed that phase was kind of a good time to go, all right.
I was trying to be very nice. I was trying to be very nice about the gradual switch over to the Interceptor, but yeah, I mean, the unfortunate death really forced your hand, right?
Yeah. But they played well. It's not like I had free kills at any point. I had to stay evasive. I had to make sure that I was playing it safe, and I didn't every time I got picked, 3 times in that game.
I'll actually say,
once at the end.
I'll actually say, the Interceptor always puts high pressure, but Paladin did such a great job of transitioning his moments in order to keep the chaos high, so you could get those kills essentially. And I think Power Paladin did a fantastic job of really jungling them through the targets essentially, because they were always at edge. You could tell, especially as the match wore on, like they were just so frustrated. I don't want to say frustrated, but like, they had to keep their guard up all the time because Paladin was just constantly putting pressure on them, and you guys were cycling through all of them very well. So that the game 3 looked so sharp from you guys, which is incredible to say because game 1 and game 2 looked just like picture perfect in terms of, if I were to say this is how you run the current meta, you guys did game 1 and game 2 exactly to how a meta should run essentially.
And I want to say the fact that we did this without Disco is kind of amazing. Because, I mean, Disco's kind of been like the linchpin of Randos, and the fact that he hasn't really played that much without us, and we're still doing what we're doing, it was awesome to see.
Yeah,
I think he would be proud. He would be proud.
I know he'd be proud. I think that we all put a lot of work in, and at this point, like we've all been practicing multiple ships more often than not because of missing players here and there.
Yeah.
That it feels nice to not lean on any one of us. We all get to lean against each other, and we know that we're going to hold each other up as a team, no matter who is missing on a given night.
Yeah, I know it's a big ethos of the Randolorians. I know that you guys had your moments where things did not go right in the season, and you keep each other honest with each other and say, hey, we all have the team to step up and everyone has to step into the roles properly, right? And tonight definitely showed that everyone knew exactly what they needed to do at the right moments, and you were clinical about every single decision making, and no one made a selfish call just because they could have gotten a kill or just because they could have had their own moment. You guys definitely showed the ethos of Randolorians and why you win championship after championship tonight.
Going back to Disco, my big shout out to Rev. I knew everything was going to be pretty sweet after the first thing that Rev shows us is that he can do the Iron Torp straight into power onto that stage just like Disco does. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I learned that. I was like, oh, Disco does this. I flex it. I can do it too. It's easy. Everyone can do it.
That's actually funny you say that because Hobbs, you're right. Like it really was like Disco was always there because I saw the power blow up before the shields went down. I'm like, that is very Randolorians to happen essentially.
So it's good to keep having that even though Disco wasn't there.
It was a power shield dunk. I would just do the loop.
And we really only had 6 consistent players, the current 6 that you see here. But I mean, Disco showed up for 1 game. Chewy showed up for a couple games. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I roasted Chewy. I used to Chewy on Friday. Don't worry. Chewy heard it from me for not showing up tonight, so don't worry.
But I mean, well this season he showed up so many times. It was the
absolutely did.
Yeah, he was good, but I'm just saying the fact that we really only had 6 major players that consistently played, and the fact that we were able to turn that into a championship is fucking awesome in my opinion.
Sagan stepped up as well.
Fame, we're not shitting on Chewy, okay? Fuck off, Fame.
No. Chewy catches strays in this stream. Yeah, Chewy catches strays in this stream. Don't worry, Fame's right.
No, but I was saying that that Sagan had to step up as well because I'm not as available as everyone else and a lot of the queues and stuff like that, and Lauren's not around to be that backup support, so it was that was pretty cool as well, just seeing Sagan jump into that support role and then having the 2 flex work really well. That was awesome to see too.
I did enjoy playing some support with Brandon. Brandon and I.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we handed off duties.
Duty.
It was fun. This is the first season that I've gotten to play, all 3 major roles of the game.
In a season. In a season.
Honestly, if you want to count it 4. Right? Because I mean, B-Wing's a little bit different than Flex.
Yeah, for sure. I even think Interceptor is a very different game than just playing Bomber too.
I would agree with that. Interceptor is it's definitely completely different. Like everyone thinks it's easy per se, but like you and Rob, I think have the right mentality for flipping to farm and whatnot at the right moments. I think a lot of Interceptor pilots get too stuck in their vision of either killing or farming, and don't do both very well. But you and Rob have found that great balance, which really makes Interceptor, I think, has made Interceptor viable in the last couple of seasons, I would say.
It can make and break a lineup for sure, and it has for us in games. There's a lot of things to consider when you're doing that. You know, I feel that the Interceptor takes the same place in an alphabet lineup as the B wing, in the sense that you have to be doing OBJ, you have to be assisting on farm, and you have to be paying attention to PK calls, because you have the ability to really clean up anybody with those two ships. So it was kind of nice to play both of those ships in our alphabet lineups the majority of the time, because I at least got to kind of work that muscle of watching those three major parts of a game and deciding am I making wrong calls here? Do I need to lean more into farm, during which phase? Who am I actually covering, to give our support a better route towards the flagships? It was fun. I had a blast this season.
I mean, that's
and I'm glad I had the team that was there to support these crazy ideas that I had.
And I mean, to be able to fly so many different ships, it kind of gives you like an idea of kind of what you should be doing. I feel like what is the most optimal way of flying, because you fly, the support, you fly the flex, you fly the bomber. You can kind of understand all of it. So
and positioning as well, right? Like if you know all these roles, like you can tell when one of your teammates is out of position or not in the position they're supposed to be, and you're kind of like, hey man, you need to get back into this place because it's hurting us, kind of deal. And playing all these different roles gives you a different perspective of how the team should be moving back and forth, right? So I absolutely agree with you there, Brandon. I agree so much there.
Rebel.
Yes.
Can you just give Fox's wife a bit of a wave?
Oh, okay. Hi, Fox's wife. Hi. The community says hi. I have one question for someone here. Revenite, you just joined the team this season. What's it like flying with these guys? And, how do you feel the season was for you?
It's great. When Kyber Eclipse it was pretty clear that some people weren't going to be returning in like a competitive capacity on Kyber Eclipse. It was kind of upsetting because I've been flying with those guys since I started with the community, essentially. So back on Cat, really. I mean, I played with LR for a season before that, but since then, a lot of those guys we've played for multiple years at this point. I feel like everybody was really welcoming, and I feel like as much as I was really excited to get a chance to fly with Disco, not having him here allowed me to step up and fill those shoes, and I think they were full.
He did fill those shoes. Yep.
Hopefully.
Absolutely.
And I gotta say, it was nice to have Pally back.
It was really nice that he actually got to play and he fixed up all those tech issues. That was
yeah. So okay, so now that the finals is over, I guess I can say what has been happening, because we didn't know if we were going to get it fixed. So for my entire Squadrons career, I've been flying on controller. Turns out the input lag from the controller consistently made every ship I flew from 0 to full boost like 10% slower because of the input lag. So for like the whole season, I had been flying, let's say a defender can go up to like 270. I had been flying consistently at full boost like 250.
Zoltri had the same problem for a little bit until we finally fixed that. I know exactly what you're talking about, because Zoltri had the same issue.
Yep. Yeah, so JP called Sagan it too. The Sagan bug.
Yeah, Sagan and I sat down. We flipped everything over to flight stick controls on my Wolverine V3, and that was it. Thank you. So special shout out to Sagan for helping me not go crazy, because I was losing my mind. Last night, oh my god, last night I like rage quit the practice, because like my keyboard kept typing the letter A in Windows, in any window, anything. I just couldn't. I had to go away and come comeback.
He wasn't
and,
happy.
I was not happy.
I can imagine.
It was worse than the sushi incident. It was worse than the sushi incident. Few things have been worse than the sushi incident.
If you don't know about the sushi incident, well, then get in it now.
The sushi incident is why we use the password PSP. Anyway, I've rambled on for far too long. I'm happy also to finally feel like comfortable playing the A-Wing in 5 years. Since the game has been out.
And you played it very well too this season. I mean, we were very, we were present to a match of it, and I think you guys found a very good use of the A-Wing, right? Even I was struggling to make it work for Rob, and using the Ion A-Wing in the way you guys had done was very clever and smart. So I think it was a very good tactic to bring in for Alphabet Squadron essentially, and to shake things up when you need a little bit more pressure and presence from a quick ship.
It's a shock once.
Yeah,
with how Pally left last.
Yeah,
I just want to say with how Pally left last night, and then how he played today, it was awesome to see. Because I mean, he was pretty pissed off, and then he came in and fucking slayed. It was
you came in and did your job, man. It was fucking tight. I'm only sad we didn't get to see the A-Wing today.
Yeah, me too.
For next season. That's for next.
My God.
Finals.
Rod, JP says hi. He won't. If I don't say it, he's not gonna leave me alone. But JP says hi.
Sagan, can we give a little hint of what we plan to do next season? Can we do that?
Yeah. We're gonna fucking come out with 5 fucking TIE bombers. No support needed. 5 TIE bombers. You can't stop that damage. Try me.
Hang on. What do you have any new plans or suggestions for mods coming up next season, Sagan? Are you happy with how this all was? Because this was pretty cool, but I'm just curious.
It was good.
I'm actually glad you brought that up, because I want to kind of reiterate that, like, yes, I put them in a final state, but I did it with all of the input from the community. I'm really trying my damnedest to appease all of our bombers and our supports and the flex players here. And trying to make some extra space for more strategies. So I hope that we continue our conversation in SCL General and beyond to see what are the things that we do want to change.
I mean,
I know that there's plenty of things we can do to further support more variety in our loadouts and our ship lineups. Everything.
I mean, honestly, from a composition and a play style aspect, I think it was very good. I don't think bombers really the pressure on bombers felt the same. Obviously, you have to be very sharp in order not to die, kind of deal. I think the U-wings definitely had to play even sharper this season, which I know some of them complain about, but I think that's important to the health of the game. If anything, for me, I would like to see some of the holes on the capital ships go up, just to kind of drag out some of the phases. We're at 2.5, 3 phases for a game. I think watching some of the B games, it wouldn't be too bad to go to 3.5 phases for a match. Essentially, I know it makes the game longer, but I think there's a little more tactics there. But something we can debate.
Disagree.
Yeah, because you see in the B division, right?
I'd look more at the flagship than the midships, to be honest.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. I'm just kind of like spitballing, like us here talking right now, right? But I do agree. Like, we have to look at the midships, the flagship. I definitely agree. The flagship is way too fast of a phase. We need to drag that out somehow.
It's always going to be hard because passive is percentage based,
Yep.
and turrets are percentage based, and weak spots are percentage based. But with that said, I think that gives us a pretty good reason to just pump it up. Say we throw it up to 3.0 or 4.0.
Yep.
We can maybe play around and see, like, okay, is it just too much of a slog to try to kill a gen now, and now you're having to bring all your ions in for disable.
Yep.
I think there's some ways we can play with it and see if we like the game better or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see tankier cap ships and everything, but at the same point, like, the destroying the gens is kind of a pain in the ass.
And it changes. Like, it's actually easier for Empire than it is for NR, right? So there's a game balance that we have to find, right? Because we don't want Empire to be able to steamroll at the flagship phase, right? So I agree with you. We do need to play with that, and we need to think about it a little bit. And like I know we're not gonna solve it tonight, but I think it's a good conversation to start already because we'll have about a month and a half of discussion time, and we all have the holidays. But it's not something we should push back because I think us taking too long from between the seasons was bad for a lot of us, because some teams like us, Niwi, Cab, who played week after week, kept that fire going, but some other teams kind of came into the season sluggish. I don't think we should stay off that long either, so that way everyone comes back fresher.
Even Cab struggled with that too, because
Yeah.
there was no one to play because people was on relaxed mode. But also it linked to everyone on holidays and stuff, so I don't know what the solution is there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know with the holiday thing, we wait till January, so like 6-7 weeks is fine, right? But the 3 months off we had last time was, I think, far too long.
6-7. Sorry, I had to.
God damn it!
I had to.
You fucking kids, no. But I do want to say congratulations to you guys. I don't want to take away from I know the 7-8 of us can talk about Squadrons all night, but I do want to say congratulations to you guys. You guys have every right to celebrate. It was a fun clinical game you guys put on tonight, and like I said, I want to just give the floor to you guys. Whatever else you want to say, now is your time as champions.
Yeah, big shout out to Cab. We really felt like we had to prepare hard for this one. I know that there was a lot of nerves going into it, and it forced us to rethink all of our strategies that we've been using up to this point in the season. So major props to them for stepping up their game too, and making us bring a good show for everyone.
Yeah, shout out to Cab, and also shout out to Niwi. I think
to Niwi, to Hiveguard.
Hiveguard too.
Big shout out
the four of us did a lot of scrimming. Like every player on these 4 teams have been showing up for each other, and it's just nice, that like this whole community really does support each other in the way of, we get each other games. Everybody in A division. I only say A division because I feel like I don't see a lot of the B division players as often. I play with everyone. So I love this little community.
In the B division's defense, their timing is a little bit different because most of them are European, right? But I will back you guys up. Like, you guys could have ignored the Kinton Striders, and you guys come up, you scrim with us. You guys still, you probably, I come up with crazy stuff like you do to Sagan, right? But you give me feedback based upon what you see, and it's all honest, right? So like, sometimes it's a little too much for my team, but in the same instance, I appreciate that you guys keep pushing like BSS, my team as well, from the bottom up, right? So like, I do agree with you. Like, it's great that the league could just looked us by and said, you guys figure it out, but you guys still show up and provide a lot of that backing, which I need because I can't, it's hard for me to get scrims going week after week, and you guys help me out in that regards.
Yeah, I mean the community. Sorry, Chops, real quick. Just gonna say the community is fucking awesome and has allowed randos to be what it is, and so like we have to support the community, and we really support them because we wouldn't be who we are without them. So thank you very much. Hobbs, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that it's interesting how a lot of us are sort of the mentality of this is a dead game, blah 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 blah. But like, it's really awesome to see like people like the match with Niwi versus Cab, and how like pretty much the emotions behind that, especially like from Niwi, that yes, they're upset about it, but it shows how much they still really give a shit about this game. The exact same with Hiveguard and everything like that. Passion is actually really strong, and I didn't know it was as strong as it was until like I sort of saw that, and I think that's promising. It's pretty good.
Hobbs, I mean, let me put it this way, right? Like, Suchi makes fun of me for this, but like, I think that even the Kitten Striders can make a shot, run the playoffs, right? I don't. It's up to. I've always said to the guys, it's up to us how far we want to take it, right? Like, I've devoted a lot of my time to this game, and not that I'm the best pilot in the league, but like, you guys have to start stepping up in these ways that I've already put my time into. If you want to do it, and like some of the guys have done it. Like Zoltri and I talk about strategy all the time. Rob as well, right? And I see it in BSS. BSS is one of those other teams that like they came out of nowhere, and I knew they could do it, right? And like they're a team that next season might make the playoffs. I really think that they could do it. Like us and them really want to push forward. To your point, is what I'm trying to get at, is that we're still hungry to fight for these slots because we care. We do care about being competitive.
I would love to see BLS and or BSS, sorry, and regular, like a group. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I could do it.
They need two. They need one or two pieces to do it, but I think they can do it if they can get those one or two pieces.
Yeah.
But anything else, guys? Tonight again, just you guys had another fantastic season. I don't know what else to add.
I didn't mean
to
to cut you off, Hobbs. Go ahead.
What? I forgot. I'm done.
Amazing.
His point was made.
Rod, you have anything to say?
Thanks for casting, Roby.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for casting. Thank you for staying up late.
No problem, guys.
12:30.
I'm glad to have the opportunity to class another finals for you guys. You guys made it fun to cast, and thank you guys for such a good show tonight.
It was a good time.
Thanks a lot, Rebel.
You're very welcome.
We
Thanks, Rebel.
always appreciate you.
Looking forward to watching this cast back.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, I got some good moments. I got some good moments for you guys, especially for you, Sagan. I got one of your Plasburst kills in perfect picture, so you just gotta clip it. Just gotta clip it. Just gotta clip it.
Did you get some good third person?
No, I'm not great with third person, so I didn't do it tonight, and I haven't done it in a while. Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right, thanks a lot, dude.
Good night, guys.
Rebel.
Congratulations
Thanks
again.
everybody for watching. GG's, Cab.
Yep, thank you
Bye,
very
everyone.
much.
GG's.
And to everyone, before I go, I refunded the other two because there's no way I was able to do it, but I will show the Cavs because what you guys want. All in a night. Here it is. Two, I think. Yes, that's it. Cavs. I'm actually not slacking, JP. This is the strongest my calves have been in a while. I've been doing a lot of lifting lately. But thank you everyone tonight for joining me. This was an SCF production of the SCL Season 15 Finals. Congratulations to the Randolorians for winning another championship. I don't know when Season 16 will start, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know. I've had better calves. I don't know when the next season will start, but hopefully sometime in January, if not end of January, beginning of February. Otherwise, for the Americans, have a happy Thanksgiving. For the rest of us, have a happy holidays as we go into the holiday season and whatever way you celebrate. And we will see you guys back in the January timeframe. I will eventually start casting my practices again now that I'm not trying to protect too much. But I will probably see all of you later. Have a good night, everyone.